Hey peeps, welcome to the Crafty Witch UK. My name is Arietta and today I am starting a new project using some of the items that I got from BeeBeeCraft. So these are little wooden badges. My plan is that I'm going to turn them into some miniature cloisonné, some spare diamond projects and maybe just some small little art pieces. So stick around, let's see how I go. This is going to be filmed over a couple of days because the cloisonné takes a little while to dry, but I thought I'd just pop in here, give you a little bit of FaceTime and let you know what this project was all about. So come with me on this journey. Okay, so these are my little wooden pin badge blanks. We've got a variety of little sizes. 3 sizes, 5 of each, I think it was. So I'm going to start with the larger ones because I think they will be the easiest to work with. Let's have a go at that. So the next thing to do is to have a go at coming up with some tiny little designs for them. Okay, so if you've not seen any cloisonné before, I will link up in the eye to my original cloisonné unboxing videos, and I've done live videos, but all I'm doing here is this is using leftovers from a previous kit. So I've got my wire here, and it's a flat wire. I don't know if you can see that there. So it's a thin flat wire, and I've got my tools here. And I've got some B7000, or you can I guess use E6000. This is the glue that came with my kit, so this is the one I have been using. All I've done here is I've used some blue tack on the bottom just to stop it from wobbling on the pre-attached clasp. This is my wire, so I'm going to sort of shape that first a little bit. We're really not going to need very much at all. We've got these 2 little plates of wood, and we're going to use that to straighten the wire out so that it's ready for use. It's just sandwiching that between and pulling it through, and that gives us a nice piece of wire. So I don't want to work with a really long bit to start with, and of course I'm going to start by doing this central bit of the flower. The easiest way I've found to do that is to find something that is already rounded and to wrap the wire around it. This is how I did all of the bubbles when I was doing my koi fish cloisonné, which is the first one that I ever did. And there we have our central piece. So we put our glue down, and then we have to wait. But yeah, the most important thing is to leave the glue for, I would say, 5 minutes before you stick anything to it. It gives you quite a lot of working time. So we will come back in a minute. Okay, so now that we've had our glue sitting there for a couple of minutes, we can take our ring and just place that down where we want it. We've still got a little bit of working time, and I like to just take one of the bits of wood there, our little sandwich woods, just press that down, and that is sitting very nicely. So now we're just going to do each of the petals. Okay, not my tidiest work, but not the worst either. So now I'm going to leave that to dry overnight, and we'll come back and fill it in tomorrow. So whilst waiting for the glue to completely dry, I thought I would have a go with one of the spare drill options using the Crystal Art Magic glue. So this glue is pretty amazing. You can apply it to anything in a thin coat, leave it to dry. When it's completely dry, it will turn clear, and then it will have provided you with essentially a poured glue, permanently sticky base to stick things onto. So here you can see I'm just using a silicone tip to push that into the corners of, or into the edges of my circular badge. And here you can see what it looks like when it's turned completely clear, giving you this lovely tacky surface that you can then add whatever you want to. You could pour glitter onto this, you could use it to add scrapbook paper to, or in my case I'm going to be using it for some lovely sparkly spare drills. And there you have it, another simple and effective way of using spare drills to create this lovely, kind of classy looking brooch. I would recommend sealing this though, because we're using round drills, so there are tiny gaps in between and you don't want them to pick up fluff from your clothing. Okay, so I've got my cloisonné sand here. This is just leftovers from previous kits that I've done, and I've now got my cloisonné blanks that we have created using the wire. I'm going to use a little bit of blue tack just to stabilize them, and we will get to filling these shapes. I'm going to start off with the little flower one, and we're going to go in and do that central piece with the yellow or the orange. So we need to add a bit more water to this. It's been a little while since this has been used and it has dried out a little, and you're just using water, then there's no reason why you can't just let them dry out again and then sort of reactivate them when you're ready to use them again. Just want to pick up some sand, and then we're going to add that to the middle here. Perfect. And I think while I've got the orange out, I'm just going to do a little bit of this one as well, because this is going to be kind of a higgledy-piggledy colour mash up. Ooh. There's my first mistake. But that is okay, because there's no glue involved at this stage. Any mistakes are really easy to fix. We can suck them up using the pipette. Problem solved. So that's our orange done. Right. Oops. Okay, so there's our flower done. This bit's going to be red. And where you have got a larger area like this, I'll just show you. You can also use like a little palette knife to scoop some of the sand and add that in. That can be really useful for filling larger areas. Okay peeps, so a little bit of time has passed since we last spoke. These are my finished spare drill brooches that I made. They are very, very sparkly. I'm really pleased with those. They have been sealed using a diamond sealer. Now the cloisonnés had dried out. They have then had a coating of the cloisonné sealer. I don't know what's in it because it came with the kit. It's not just watered down PVA, but it looks like watered down PVA. I would say this is the sort of thing where you probably need to experiment a little bit if you're going to make up your own glue. But what this has meant is that now this is sealed in, but if you want them to look shiny on top, and maybe because they're going to be brooches just to have a little bit of a longer lifetime, I am going to give them a little resin coating over the top. So I'm going to do that off camera just because it's a little bit easier to do it when I'm faffing about with gloves and things and measuring cups and on this tiny scale. So I'm going to do that and then we'll come back and have a look at the finished product. Okay, so it is the next day again. This has been possibly one of the longest projects I've done with you all. So I've got some things to show you. So you've seen the two that I did with the spare drills. Those have been sealed as well. I've got these two that I have coated in. I went with a UV resin in the end just for ease of control. So these have got like a shiny UV coating. And then with this one, you can see it's got quite a different finish. I used the Liquitex gloss varnish, and that's just a single coat of the gloss varnish that you can see has like really sunk into the sand. I might do a second coat over the top, but I do like how that looks because it gives a different sort of textured finish. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how these came out. So give it a go. I mean, there's still so many left that I can play around with. I still want to do some pyrography. I still want to play around with some other techniques, but I've got my spare drills. I've got my cloisonné miniatures. And yeah, on the whole, I'm super pleased with how everything has come together. Thank you as always to BeeBeeCraft for letting me test out these products and showing people what you can do with them. Thank you, of course, to my wonderful patrons and channel members. You guys are the best. If you want to join them, you can do so from as little as 99 pence, and I will send you some stickers no matter where in the world you are. And of course, thank you to everybody that has sat through what is a much longer than usual video with me today. If you liked it, let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know which was your favourite one of these brooches, pin badges, call them what you will. Let me know. And also, if you've got any other ideas of what you would like to see me do with the rest of them, I would be happy to listen to your suggestions. So that is all from me. I'm going to go and carry on with my diamond painting now. That has been neglected somewhat while I've been doing this project. And until next time, stay crafty.